Hello everyone, this is Jason from the Dark Curio, and welcome to the mixed media figure of monsters of folklore, and today we're doing Krampus. Now, I'm doing the body here. Now, I do apologize with my camera work. I'm just getting back to doing videos again and don't really have it set up properly, so there's a couple of spots here where you can't see what's going on. Now, what I'm doing here, I'm just bulking up the body with some wire and some tinfoil and some wood for sturdiness and to kind of replicate bones. So I covered the body with tape, and now I'm just getting the neck. Well, I didn't really make much of a neck because you'll see later on it's mostly covered with the hair. I'm just getting the head set up here. I'm just getting kind of an idea with the with the body, because this is this is an awkward position. I'm just getting things started here now. Right now I'm going to start working on the head. Now the head is, the base is styrofoam, and I put some more tape on it. Now the reason why I put the tape on the styrofoam, just for extra protection, because I am going to be baking in the oven, so I don't want any fumes. Now I bulked it up with some tin foil, and I'm using some Super Sculpty regular or standard. It's the more, well, it's kind of like a flesh tone color. So, like I said, I do apologize. My camera work's not the greatest. I'm off camera here and there. So right now I'm just getting some references here as I'm sculpting the face. I'm going for more of a fawn for the look of Krampus, because a lot of Krampus that you see out there, they're kind of like more like a demon. I'm kind of going for more of a fawn look, as you'll see a little bit shortly there with the face. I did a quick bake just to get the initial shape of the face done and the head. And then right now I'm just adding on more clay. And right now I'm doing the eyeballs. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Mine was pretty good. I was a little bit sick over the holidays, but this is why the video is not out yet until now, because of because of being sick over the holidays. Still sick. But anyways, back to the video. So, doing again the eyes. I didn't like the first set. And what I usually do with the eyes, I bake them first, and then I put them in afterwards, because I find that if you bake them beforehand, you don't lose the firmness. And here I got the ears. I went from, once again, more of a fawn look, kind of like goat almost. Kind of going for the goat look. Just bulking up the chin a little bit here. Just making more of a pointy chin. That's my move. So just poking around with the eyes again. Just making sure that everything's all right. And you'll see me once in a while there going to the laptop, just getting some references there. References is very important, especially when you're doing any type of artwork. It can really help you out with what you're looking for if you're stuck. Yeah, still doing some facial stuff here. Still playing around with the eyes. Now, I find that if you get stuck with sculpting, if it's something that you're getting into, it's really good to watch a lot of videos. I've watched a lot of videos over the years of many famous artists. It kind of helped me along the way to do certain things. I'm still learning. I like the medium as much as I like drawing as well. Now, as you saw a while ago, I did the brow and the teeth. Now, what I'm doing here with the legs, I'm doing more of the, like the fawn look. As you can see here, getting with that back leg work here, doing the hooves. Now with this build, I'm going to try and hopefully make it so that it can actually stand on its own. As you saw a while ago, kind of sort of standing there. Just Filling things out. Now I'm going for the body. Now, I wasn't really going for anything particular with the body, just something for bulk and sturdiness. I think in the future that when I do these things, I'm going to probably go for more anatomy. Well, it was kind of creepy seeing the head move up there. So I'm just taking a little break from doing the sculpting. I'm concentrating on the fabric part. Trying, let me just say, trying to sew, trying to do all this. Oh, there's Abby. Attack of the 50-foot cat. So I'm just trying things out here, trying to make a cloak and a robe for the Krampus. Now, my sewing skills are not the greatest, so a couple times I poked my fingers. And speaking of fingers, here we have fingers. Working on some hands. Now, this is the second pair. The first pair, I'm glad Emma gave me your opinion, because you can see the first pair up in the top right-hand side. They're very large. Actually, the hands were probably, I would say, twice the size of the face. So I was going for more his size. Hands are very complicated. But I find the most complicated things to sculpt because they have their own thing. I don't know what it is with hands. Hands just seem to have their own character to them. And you want to get it right. Now, the only drawback I found with using this Super Sculpey is that it gets, if you play around with it a lot, it gets warmed up and it gets a little bit more malleable when you play around with it. And one of the hands that I was working on, the right-handed hand, I was trying to do a point. Now, off track here, I took the horns out. I didn't like them. I thought they were a little bit too busy, so I had some horns that I had kicking around. The other horns, by the way, were I made pre-hand. I was going to do something with them, but I kind of went more of a simpler look with the horns. You can see there. They're not as busy. And again, going back into measure, try to figure out how to make a cloak. Doing my own patterns. Trust me, this was not easy. Out of this whole build, the clothes were the hardest because if you, first off, you have no idea what you're doing, it's not going to come out great. So I'm just kind of winging it. I tried to find a few videos on YouTube on how to make patterns and stuff for small figures, but whatever. I tried first time. Next time I'll figure things out. Now, the material I used was not the greatest as well too. It was just like really cheap fabric I bought at a big box art store. A little bit too much on the thin side, I find. So I am using a special type of tape. It's two-sided tape just to put things together so I can sew it. I didn't find it was all that great because I took a little break from doing the fabrics and it kind of didn't come out so well after all. So now I'm getting ready down to business here. I'm doing the paint job. Now I'm using an acrylic paint. I'm not going to mention the name brand because I already reached out to them about asking if I can say their name and they said nope. So we'll just, if you looked at the picture really quickly there, then you'll see what it is. Doing the eyes, you can see down the corner of the paint there that I'm using. If you're familiar with that tiny paint, it's at the top as well too. Now with this, with the type of painting I chose to do here, I'm kind of doing like a back and forth motion of laying colors. Just adding some washes with inks and wiping it down. Here I'm doing, well, this was kind of a fun part, but it was also tedious. I'm doing the hair. Now the hair that I use is the hair that I bought at a local big shop store. Come in a sheet, and I would just cut them off, and I'm using this type of tacky glue that sets really quickly. Now can you imagine just doing this like a mask and punching every hair? That would be painful. This was painful enough for me. It took me probably about I would say in total about close to 4 hours. Yep. Now what I'm doing here is I'm doing some little accents, little skulls. I did a cat skull and now I'm doing a human skull. Now I didn't go for a child skull because Krampus is synonymous for going after the bad kids. If you want to learn more about Krampus, there's lots of good videos out there on YouTube. Now I got the chains for Krampus. Now I'm using a color shift paint. Now the color shift paint that I use is a black color shift, which is kind of like a black to gold, and then I was using a blue. Using hair dryer so I can handle the chains, flipping around there. I used the blue just to kind of do like a patina, I guess. Didn't come out as well. And also with the robe here and the cloak, I also did some painting. So now I'm painting the accents here. Using a off-white just for the base. Now his staff. This was fun. Just grabbed some old scrap wood that I had lying around. Using my brand new hot glue gun. Let me tell you, hot glue guns are dangerous. This one was not as bad. Now I can see here he doesn't have most of his body. That was like, I was kind of going back and forth. So I'm using my trusty little saw. This made a lot of noise. Cats weren't too crazy about it. Now I wanted to make this up to his size. That's why I kind of back and forth here. So I'm gluing it back on the top part. You have a marble in there. Blue marble kind of snaps things up. Now I'm putting tape on here, kind of making one like a wood color, or not wood color, a wood. I don't know, just a type of wood, so I just kind of loosely taped it on it and I left some folds in there. And here with the glue, I'm just kind of doing like a molten pattern. You'll see a little bit more as the paint comes along. I'm using a black paint as a base coat. Now for the staff part, I used a black, a white, and a little bit of brown. So it's not completely gray, it's got a little bit of a brown undertone to it. Give it some wood. And here I'm doing some highlights with a beige color. Now this is the color shift paint that I used for the top part. That was blue, by the way, so it looked purple. Kind of strange, it was more purple than blue, and I put purple on top of it just to kind of highlight some parts. I like the staff a lot. And here I put some fur on his legs, as you see there, just touching up the hair, and then kind of muckied up his fur a little bit at the bottom. I didn't want to do his hair on his face. Here, getting everything all ready for the last part, making him a belt out of craft foam and some pieces that I had lying around and crazily glued all together. So here I'm adding the chains and the final pieces here. Making his thing that he likes to hit kids with is like the twig thing. Crazy glue didn't hold up so well, so I had to go and use my hot glue gun. There you have it, folks. This is Krampus. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, leave a like and even leave a comment and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And don't forget to tune in next month. Hopefully we'll have a monster for the next Monster Folklore. And until next time, we'll see you and have a good day.